Hello everyone, welcome to Southern Wreaths. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, be sure to press that bell notification, and let's get started. Today I'm going to show you how I make this really pretty Merry Christmas wreath. These are the supplies I'm going to use to make this wreath. Today I'm going to do a bundle method with just ruffles. I have this beautiful sign. I got this from Hobby Lobby. From Craft Outlet. The frame is from Dollar Tree, pipe cleaners from Hobby Lobby. I'm also going to use my rotary cutter, my scissors, my cutting mat, and my bow dabra. It is not necessary to have a bow dabra to make this wreath. I just like it because it makes it easier. It holds on to things for me. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the mesh that I want to be prominent in the wreath, the one that I want to see the most of, and I'm going to cut it at 20 inches. Then I'm just going to go ahead and ruffle it and add it into my bow dabra. And I'm just gathering it all together, just pushing it back in my hands so it looks like this. As evenly as I can, I'm going to add it into my bow dabra, or you can use a chip clip or just use your fingers. Then, just for the sake of showing you, I'm just going to cut these real fast at 12 inches. I'll cut them in bulk when I'm done. And you can cut your ribbons in any length you like. I like 12 inches because it's easiest to calculate how much to charge for a wreath. So I'm going to take it, just fold it in half since I just have one, and then fold that long ways. And I'm going to cut from the wire to the crease at an angle. And I end up with dovetailed ends. And I'll do the same for this one. Alright. Now I'm just going to make sure these are even, fold them in half and crease. I'm going to pinch at the crease. I usually do 1, 2, 3. Stick that into the bow dabra. Again, keeping it even. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a pipe cleaner. If you have strong hands, you could probably get away with using half one. I'm going to go ahead and use a whole one just because I have so much mesh, and this is really good quality mesh, so it's really thick. So I'm going to pull it off of the bow dabra, keeping my fingers in the center. I'm going to wrap the pipe cleaner around, and I'm going to twist it. Like pull it up this way, and I'm going to twist it tight. 1, 2, 3. And then just kind of fluff the mesh just a little bit. We'll do the ribbons in a second. Alright, now with this mesh, I'm going to cut another piece at 20 inches. I'm going to ruffle it the same way. That last piece I like to tuck it under so it has a clean edge. So when I add this to the back here, I'm going to flip it over so the pretty side's facing where the ribbon is, and I'm going to put it opposite of the way it is now. So the openings are here and here, so that's where I'm going to put the closed parts, and then my openings for this one will be here. And here I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's just I'm putting it in opposite of what that one is. So I make sure my pipe cleaners are the way I want them. And then wrap it around, keeping it even. And twist tightly. At least 3 times. Alright, and now I'll fluff my ruffle. Trim any strays. And it's a lot easier to fluff it once it gets on your wreath frame. And then I will fluff my ribbon at an X. So now I have 2 ruffles, one on top of the other. And I did them opposite so it doesn't have a huge gap right here just in case something comes apart. It's still covered from behind. And that's why I didn't add them all onto the bow dabra, because I wanted to turn the pipe cleaner. So I'm going to quickly speed through and show you how I make this again. I do want to show you how I like to cut my ribbon, just to make my life easier. I have this 12-inch piece of cardboard that I've cut, and And I just take the ribbon, line it up, and start twisting. Make sure it's even. And I kind of crease it right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll just do 5. I don't usually do more than 7 because it gets too bulky. And then I just slide my scissors in there and cut. Do the same thing on this side. Cut. And I end up with 12-inch pieces of ribbon. And I'll do that with several of them. I don't know exactly how many bundles I'm going to need yet. So I'm not going to cut all of it yet. But now I'm just going to quickly go through and show you how I make a bundle again. Few of them made, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I add them to my frame. So what I'm going to do is take the pipe cleaners and I'm going to go over the 2 center bars. So 1 pipe cleaner on each side, like one side of the pipe cleaner. I'm going to pull it through to the back and I'm going to twist it. I'm twisting it tight, but I'm not twisting it so tight that it doesn't move because I may need to scoot it out of the way once I add my next one. I'm thinking in my head that I'm going to need 2 per section. We'll see, because that would end up being 12 total bundles because you don't want to see the frame underneath. Luckily, this mesh is really, really, really good. So usually that's how you can tell a good mesh. You can't really see through it, like a really good quality. So I'm going to add a second one to this section, doing the same thing, adding a pipe cleaner on either side. Turn it over, pull it through, twist. 1, 2, 3. Then I'll flip it up against the one next to it. And then I'll go through and fix all the ribbons and stuff later because there's a good chance they're still going to get messed up. So this is what it looks like so far. So I'm going to go through and finish adding what I've already made to see how many more I'm going to need. So I think doing 2 per section is the way to go because that's what I have so far and it looks pretty full right now and I definitely want this to be full. So this is 6 so far. So once I keep adding, I think it's going to look nice. I did realize I don't know if I showed you well enough what I did. So I'm going to show you one more time just in case because normally I at least want to show you 3 times. So I'm going to show you how I make a bundle again just real fast. So I'm going to cut each piece at 20 inches. I'm going to go ahead and cut it so it's ready to go. And then I'm going to cut my ribbon. Then I'll dovetail it. And you don't have to dovetail, you could leave it square or just do an angle cut. It's whatever you want to do and what look you like. my symbol. And ruffle, just like you do if you're doing the ruffle method on a regular wreath. Just make my ruffles. Add it into my blow dabbler. Make sure it's even. I'm gonna add my ribbon. Take a pipe cleaner, fold it in half, and then wrap it around, being sure to keep it centered. I always like to double check on the back to make sure it's even. And I'm going to pull it tight, twist 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and ruffle this one. Then again, I'm adding it opposite. So where these are split open is where I'm going to add my solid piece, being sure to put the pretty side down. So just add that evenly into my pipe cleaner. And 3 twists. And now I'll go through and fluff it. Just kind of overlap it around the back, and then I can really fluff it once I lay it flat. And you definitely want to overlap the ruffle so it creates a circle. Nice uniform circle. It's really pretty. Then I'll fluff my ribbons. And there you go. Alright, I'm going to make 6 more, or 5 more, and then I'll add those to my wreath. I finished making my 6 bundles, and now I'm going to add them to my wreath. Now that I have them all added, I'm going to go through and fluff my ribbons to make them as neat as I possibly can, and then trim away any strings or anything that's come apart. Make sure everything's fluffed nice. I want to make sure I've got ribbon on the inside and the outside so it's nice and balanced. Some of my bundles have kind of shifted, so I want to make sure those look good. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay, to add my sign, I'm going to use 2 pipe cleaners and my staple gun. I'm just going to go ahead and cut away the string. And add a pipe cleaner to each side. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, a pipe cleaner to each side with my staple gun. Twist. Do the same thing over here. And now to add it into my wreath, I'm going to decide where I want it to be. Thinking right in the middle will work. And I'm just going to take my pipe cleaners, pull apart one of these bundles, and attach it to the frame. The same way I attach the bundle. It helps if you get it around the wire. Alright, do the same thing on this side. And I'll fluff my ribbons again. Don't want to lose too many behind the sign. Alright, now the last step is to take care of the pipe cleaners back here. So I just take them and wrap them around, being sure to point the pointy part towards the front of the wreath so it's not sticking out of the back. That's it. That's how I made my teal and red Merry Christmas wreath. If y'all have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, or you can email me at craftingwithlee@yahoo.com. Thank you so much for watching, and if y'all learned anything today or like my video, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and hit the notification bell so you can find out when I post new videos. And also think about joining my group here on YouTube where you get an extra video every month. Thank you.